Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Generations. Let's mod Sonic Generations, whatever you want to call it. I still have my two ensnared hostages with me.
It's me, MrGameandPie. I am very disappointed I don't get to talk about most of these levels.
I'm sorry.
I had lots of things to say, and now I won't get to say any of them.
You'll be able to say them in moderation. Get it?
Oh no, you've memed at me, Austin. I'm going to die now!
While you're dying, I have another one here. Would you like to say hello?
Not really, but I'm TessellatingHexagons once again. Everything Thomas said the other way around. I've got nothing to say, and I'm going to say a lot of it.
See, you can tell if you go and visit their channels at the links provided during the end slate. You'll find that they're very energetic on their own channels, but whenever they come here, I just kill all of their positivity, which is why I have them along for this, so I can talk smack about one of Thomas's favorite games.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that you were pretty positive during those times that I was beating you in verses.
I mean, that's actually rather fair, too. I'm pretty sure being
Likewise.
See, this is why the loser has invited them onto my channel so that I might become a little better.
Oh, yay!
Alright, so after beating Chemical Plant, we can go fight a boss. But you know what? Sonic has fought Metal Sonic so many times over the years that I think it's about time some revenge is had.
So we're gonna play as Tails!
Close enough, right?
Yes, this is definitely Tails.
I mean, depending on which theory you believe, sure.
Well, no, if it was that theory, Tess, I'd have to mod Knuckles in to be in Metal Sonic's place. Knuckles could just glide along behind Tails. Yeah, it could work. This is the Rosie the Rascal mod as part of an Amy Generations mod by whoever showed up on screen 2 seconds ago. I happen to be a pretty big fan of a lot of the, character swap mods and stuff like that, but I'm gonna try to refrain from showing too many, just because I don't think, playing through something that already exists, but with a character different, doesn't really change too much in my mind, so I'm gonna keep that to a minimum. We're gonna be showing off a lot weirder, more interesting stuff that I recommend you all go and check out after you're done watching these parts. Links will be provided in the description below.
So, I mean, clearly you're going to play as Blaze at some point.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Such things are inevitable, you see.
Look, she's my favorite character of all time Sonicdomness, so I can't really say no to Blaze. Ever. No matter the situation. Tess, don't get any ideas.
Ew.
I mean, she is a cat, so...
Exactly!
Ex-catly.
Oh, God. It starts. Why did I think this was a good idea?
Because you knew that people would love my puns.
That's without getting into the other cat theory.
Look, bees, I'll leave it at bees.
As well you should.
And I'll leave it at hamsters.
There we go.
So that was just the normal Metal Sonic fight.
No, that was the hard mode.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I was expecting that thing to come up, like in the Donkey Kong Country Returns games where you just beat the snot out of the boss after you beat the boss.
Oh my God, that's exactly what it is! Shake those Wiimotes! Shake them good!
Shake those Xbox 360 Wiimotes. Also known as your hands.
Like bongos. There we go. And hello, welcome to today's Let's Play of DK Jungle Beat on Xbox Bongos. Tomorrow, join us for Mario Galaxy on Bongos.
Oh boy.
Alright, so Cel Sanctuary. I know it's like a fan favorite stage, and in all honesty, level design wise, it's probably one of my favorite in the game personally. What about y'all?
Cel Sanctuary was a fantastic level in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and while they got the aesthetics and level design pretty down pat, they missed one critical element of the original level. It's called Mecha Sonic, the entire point of the original level.
Yeah, well, okay, fine, whatever. I hate this level now.
Oh no!
Look at that! Look at that! Look at what this level's doing today! I hate this!
I won't say much, but what I will say is this could all have been avoided if they'd gone with Sandopolis instead!
They could have also been avoided if they played, Hydra City, or Ice Cap, or, let's see here, Launch Base, or...
Flying Battery if they want to keep the sky thing.
Carnival Night, bring on the barrels!
Actually, that would be beautiful in this engine, you're right. Speaking of beautiful, This is a mod from Dario, same person who did the White World thing that you saw earlier. This is a cel shader mod that essentially removes certain layers from the texture so that it interacts with lighting a bit different, so it gives Sonic Generations a cel shading look. On top of it, he updated the textures for Cel Sanctuary and Green Hill Zone, as you can see here. And we're just gonna sort of be enjoying this absolutely gorgeous level now, and it kind of makes me want to just see Sonic in cel shading in general. And I don't mean like Sonic 4, I mean like proper cel shading.
Yeah, nobody deserves Sonic 4.
Yeah. Hey Tess, you looking forward to that LP later?
Though I am glad that you explained what this mod is, because I thought it was just the whoops, the dash rings are darker now, and that's it. That's the entire mod.
Yeah, me too. I'm not noticing anything else different.
Oh, well, when this part finally comes out, you can go back and see a back-to-back comparison with that little bit that I showed off before I died. Totally my intentional purpose in showing some parts of levels so that we can show better levels and better versions of them later.
Toads. But yeah, I mean, I really like Cel Sanctuary here. I like how these sections are kind of like the level beforehand where you fight Knuckles. It's pretty great. And also, Austin, what was that time?
Huh?
Minus 29 seconds? What was your original time through this level?
That's a very good question. I don't remember if that's saving the times from mods that I was playing in conjunction with these or not, but
okay. Like what the hamster, Austin? I think it's appropriate to say, you're too slow.
Come on, step it up. Also, there's just the fact that I was really taking my time and also showing my mom this game for the first time, all while recording the cutscenes that we're seeing in between mods.
Ah, yes.
If you don't recognize the song, it's from ASRT, whatever the... Transform! It's from Transform, and I love this song. The stage is beautiful, the song is beautiful, works a lot better as far as I'm concerned. With a name like Cel Sanctuary, it should be good.
Now, if only they had Mecha Sonic.
Yeah.
Is there a mod for that, Austin? Is there a mod for Mecha Sonic?
I think there is. Mecha Sonic is classic, and I believe modern is Metal Overlord from Sonic.
I misheard that as Metal Oprah Lord.
No, I mean like fighting Mecha Sonic.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure somebody could do some kind of replacement of Metal Sonic with Mecha Sonic, and then just...
No, I mean in this level.
Oh, no.
Like mid-level, you fight him.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They might be able to replace Egg Robo. Unfortunately, Sonic Generations has incredibly strict coding, and you can only essentially mod certain files. It's really hard and or impossible to currently hack this game. I know there was a team working on it, the same team that did the Unleashed project, but I don't really know how far they got into that, or if they're continuing, or if they're just waiting for forces so they can crack that code instead.
I see. Oh, now I can actually see the cel shading.
Isn't it gorgeous? Makes the Death Egg look a little weird, but we're going to be using this mod a lot just because I think it's beautiful, so it's going to show up a lot.
So basically, expect dark rings.
You can basically tell whenever I'm using it because of the dark rings. But there's also a...
Oh, the teeth zone.
Welcome to Modern.
The Munchie Zone.
Yeah.
Only certain select few individuals will get that.
Look.
George, I hope you're watching this.
I'll make him watch this. So, Cel Sanctuary and Green Hill Zone are the only two levels that Dario actually reworked the texture files. So, these are the only two levels dramatically changed. So I decided to show up both of them, because, I mean, I find Green Hill Zone, obviously, to be gorgeous like this. This is the level that makes me want to see a cel-shaded Sonic game.
It's okay.
Look, nothing's plastic. That's the important part.
It's adequate.
Yeah, it's a look. Honestly, I can't really tell most of the world design differences. It's really just Sonic himself whenever you get close up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this looks different. Yeah.
I wouldn't really say too much against that. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, it looks a little bit more brighter, a little bit more colorful. You can always check back with part 1 of Sonic Moderations to see the differences.
Now that fish looks different.
There we go. Now the changes begin. Yeah, I'm not sure why the rainbow rings look different. I would love to see that adjusted, because I'm sure you could adjust those with some kind of texture mod. it would just take more effort than Dario was really willing to put in to essentially make a tech demo.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because most mods are, in a sense, tech demos. Sonic Backerations, hey, wouldn't it be cool if? Dario's White World, I wish Sonic Generations actually did this. This mod, Sonic should just be, like, full-on cartoon, because this is, so good. Anyway.
I mean, it's certainly better than Sonic 06 in that regard. Don't do realism, guys.
You want to talk gray, washed out? Oh, God.
Please don't do realism. Doesn't work. Didn't work for Sonic. Didn't work for Pac-Man.
Do you know how many years it took me to rationalize the design choices of that game in my head?
Rationalize in what sense? Really long Sonic? And, angry eyes Sonic? What's a good name for that one?
Stupid.
Mistake.
Yeah! Gray.
Terrible.
Yeah, they always talk about the blue blur, but I'm pretty sure he's only blue in the pre-rendered CGI.
Incredible.
Not so much blue blur as bleh.
The blah blah.
Oh, it's gorgeous. So much beauty. So much green!
Yes, there is green. And there are hills. And it's a zone.
You don't say! Well, I do like how Green Hill Zone is essentially more of a mountain range, according to Generations and now Forces. That, honestly sits better with me.
It's for a certain definition of hill.
Wait, are those flowers or did someone just murder 8-Bit Mario?
Yes!
And spread his entrails all over the goal area?
They made flowers out of his entrails.
The purple coins from Mario Galaxy, they're all spread out inside of him now. I think those flowers looked a different color because they, like the red rings, probably, red rings as in the dash rings, probably took a bit of a hit there. Anyway, that's what we're doing for Cel Sanctuary Modern. Let's see what we're doing for Classic.
Oh boy.
I don't actually remember what I'm doing for Classic, so this will be interesting to see.
Oh boy!
I know what I want to expect and I don't know what to actually expect. Oh no, never mind. Disappointing, but also adequate.
Ah, Sky Rail.
Disappointing. I don't know what you're talking about. It's Melponterations!
Oh.
Welcome to Sonic Melponterations, as played by Shadow. So it's Shadow Melponterations? Yeah. This stage, oh, it's so good. As somebody who doesn't hate Shadow the Hedgehog, this was like one of the most incredible things to see, essentially be a, hey Sega, you forgot this. They never finished it, but Melponterations was originally supposed to feature 3 stages. Ice Cap, this, and Oil Desert.
Why?
Oil Desert Zone?
Oil Desert Zone from Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Oil be damned.
That sure is a level.
They actually did a really good job with the remix, and I was seeing they were making it look pretty interesting, because one of the things mods are allowed to do, and I'm gonna say this when I get eventually to Rockman 4 - Infinity as well, is since this isn't being produced for actual consumers and is instead being produced by fans for fans in a very literal sense of the word, it means that they get away with a lot of stuff that wouldn't fly in an actual level.
Fly level.
For example, Sky Troops here is way more platformingly demanding than the majority of Sonic Generations, but that difficulty is consistent throughout this stage. You can forgive a couple dips in quality, like this upcoming section, in excuse for the fact that, honestly, it's just really nice to see some interesting, different stuff that Sega was never willing to actually include, compare with, whatever the word is for, I don't know. Everything Melponterations was showing off looked like they were willing to push the boundary. Like this grind rail.
Oh boy, it's a grind rail.
That's all it's for.
It goes.
It's a slinky.
It's a grind slinky.
It's a crazy straw.
Everyone loves a grind rail. Ah, this stage is beautiful. Just beautiful.
It's got clouds.
So, something weird about the PC version of Generations, you might have seen there, the wall jump doesn't work by default. There's a way to change the stage parameters so it does work, but for some reason by default that's not fixed in Generations PC.
Odd.
So if you're playing the game, I'm pretty sure there's a mod to change that, and I will recommend that in the description if I can find it.
No, actually, it will be in the comments. He's just going to comment about it in the comments instead of putting it in the description.
Exactly. See, you know, we'll all just sort of have a conversation for the next 10 days.
Yeah.
Hey, we could talk over the non-existent end slates then.
Yeah.
Yeah!
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 Yeah! Smash him up!
Go
Commentary!
Tom and Jerry.
Meow.
Commentary.
There's something about Shadow doing this breakdancing followed by the wink. That is the funniest thing.
Very edgy.
I still headcanon that he likes chicken nuggets.
Welcome to GameStop. You can pay me in chicken nuggets or in dollar rings. Ow.
It's not edgy enough. It needs to be in bullets.
You can pay me in bullets or in chicken nuggets. There we go. With the bones still inside.
Thanks, Sonic.
In the bullets?
Yeah!
Back there.
Bullet bones, you know.
Wait.
Look at all that weight Sonic gained.
Wait, why is it modern Sonic when that should have been classic Sonic?
Gosh, editing sure is fun.
My immersion is ruined.
I had way too much fun with this. I apologize for nothing. So, now we can do all these missions in order to unlock the 3 keys to get to the boss fight.
Oh yes, I'm sure that we'll be doing that.
I just kind of want to play the boss, though, so, I really hate the missions in this game. Anyone want to go to a casino?
Oh boy, I love gambling.
Boy, what flavor?
So here's a fun little tidbit. The cutscenes that are supposed to play at the beginning of this thing never played in the PC version. So leave it to, I believe, Paraxid to bring those back.
Without his mouth.
But at what cost?
At the cost of his mouth, which honestly isn't a bad thing.
Sonic lost his jaw.
Sonic lost his jaw, which means he can't run away from sharks ever, and he lost his mouth, which means he can't talk in stages anymore, which is probably a good thing.
And Sonic lost his world.
Which means we get a good game?
Yes.
I reserved Don't worry, Tess, I'm with you.
I'm not.
Yeah, there we go. I stand with Tess. I don't. He doesn't like Lost World. Hang it. So, I reserve this time as essentially the big time waster because I kind of suck at pinball, and I find this, unless you do really well, I find this supremely boring. So, why don't we just talk about our general impressions of Sonic Generations? Tess, you've been quiet. You go first.
What, of the vanilla game or of this?
This nightmare you'll be having plenty of time to talk about. Just stick to the main game for now.
It was a good idea, and that's about where it ended.
Hey, look, I died!
How fitting.
Exciting.
Well, there we go. Thomas, how about you? Your love for this game.
Alright, so basically, you know, a lot of people say that there was this dark age of Sonic, and that Sonic was terrible.
Well, Shadow the Hedgehog existed.
And, like, that lasted about 2 games? So, that happened.
Depends on who you ask.
There was Shadow the Hedgehog, then there was Sonic 06, and then, like, every other bad game since there was, like, side games, like, Secret Rings, or Free Riders, or whatever.
Go on, sorry, what was that?
So, you know, basically, I think there was, like, a dark age of, like, 2 games, and that was about it. So whenever people came out with Sonic Generations, and they were saying, like, oh man, Sonic is back! It's the best Sonic game ever! I mean, it was the best Sonic game since a long time, but, like, you know, the fact that all the games that are represented here except one were good anyway, like, oh man, they're making even better versions of already good levels. That's great!
That is weird, because you're right. As soon as Sonic Generations came out, it's like the general gaming community completely forgot that Colors existed. Now, my feelings of Colors and my feelings of Generations are pretty much spot on the same. But with that said, if you're gonna call Generations the revival of Sonic, remember Colors exists.
Yeah.
It's a good game. Kind of.
I will step in and say, I liked Colors until I streamed it, and then I remembered that, ooh.
Colors has always been just a very meh game for me. It's okay.
That's the thing. I loved Colors, but then I started hearing people praising it, and I realized that everyone's praising it for all the wrong things. They're saying, this is the best 3D Sonic game ever. I'm sorry, where is Sonic Colors 3D again? Speaking of which, it's one of the influences on Generations that I had a pretty big problem with, so I guess I'll step in and steal Thomas's thunder now.
Oh no.
Sonic Colors was like 90% 2D, and at least 50% of the 3D sections were quick steps, and auto runs and all that mess. So
Yeah.
it's basically there's about as much 3D in Sonic Rush Adventure, all right? So so when Sonic Generations comes out, it seems like the Generations team, who is the same as the Unleashed team, for the record, they had 3 years to develop this game by essentially taking what worked for Unleashed according to critics and refining it at the end based on what colors presented. And I think they did a pretty good job, given that they were basically making Sonic Colors Unleashed, really. So with that in mind, I feel like all of the problems I have with colors are infecting the Unleashed goodness that is in Generations. So even though I like colors, if you compare the amount of 3D to the amount of 2D in Unleashed, it's ludicrous when you then compare that to Generations 2D and 3D. It's ridiculous. It's fun exercise if you ever want to, since I do happen to offer all the Unleashed stages eventually in this. You can go through and actually count up how many times Sonic transitions and when between 2D and 3D. There's some stages in Unleashed that are not like 2D at all. There's like one 2D section a minute in, and then the rest of the level's entirely in 3D. I'm thinking of Empire City. I think most of Arid Sands is like... There's a lot of stages where the 2D sections are very quick and very far between. They were meant to be a different way to look at the gameplay without having to worry about a third access. Whereas this game, being half classic Sonic, means that it's more than half 2D. And nothing against the 2D, except for the fact that there's so much more Sonic can do in 3D that you're just not letting him do, forces! Anyway.
Well, you see, the thing is that I greatly prefer 2D games.
That's totally fine. Then you probably really like Generations.
Yeah, that's why you brought me in, Austin. There is no assumption here. I like Generations a lot.
This was all part of my plan, you see. I planned ahead.
But I mean, you know, as the guy whose favorite series is the Kirby series, which has been almost exclusively 2D throughout the years, and as the guy who generally likes classic Mega Man a lot, which is exclusively 2D, and as the guy who likes Mario World as the best Mario game, which is exclusively 2D, who would have guessed that I like 2D a lot?
I don't think anyone can deny that 2D has definitely been done better over the years. The question is whether or not we think 3D can be done better. And personally, I'm like, don't just give up, Sega! Make us an actual 3D anything, forces!
I mean, I think that 3D can be done better than it has been done before, but I don't think it can be done better than 2D.
There we go.
I mean, I will just step in here and say I learned how to speak English from Sonic Adventure, so...
Hey, I learned how to read from Sonic Adventure. I'm no different.
Hey, I learned how to play video games from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Old! You're old! Old!
Oh, yes. Actually, I got Sonic 3 and Knuckles whenever the Dreamcast was first coming out.
So I'm so glad we didn't have to do the mission mode.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Not like I had to do that during recording or anything.
Definitely not.
God, look, I have no problem with the missions.
This is all live commentary.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can play this cutscene well enough. Oh, God, guys.
Austin, knowing you, you'd find a way to fail.
Just immediately cuts to black. There we go.
The end. Not even game over, just the end. The game shuts off and corrupts itself.
Oh, God, the bloom. So much bloom. Oh, God.
Sonic Bloom.
Sonic Bloom, Sonic Bloom, Sonic Bloom.
Oh, so this is a Star Trek movie now.
So I like the fact that Sonic, modern Sonic, stopped to quip at Eggman, and that's why he didn't get in the door in time. Classic Sonic just jumps into action.
Yep.
It's almost like Sega's self-aware of the problems with modern Sonic and his character.
Almost.
That's no moon.
That's no meme.
It's also no Sonic. It's a Tails, I think.
Yeah. Alright, good. You got a good song.
See, that was my plan all along, you see. So, classic Tails.
Tails! Yes! Yes!
My precious child of the cinnamon!
See, I forgot who I was with, so there's probably not going to be too much Tails in this playthrough, but I'm going to fit him in where I can.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, there we go.
You gotta play as Tails!
Now they're done. Well, it's been a nice 2 parts, everybody. See you later.
Ah, yes, my favorite character.
But hey, you know what? Tails giving this boss a hard time, I thought was just perfect, because...
What are you trying to say?
Well, I don't like this boss.
You mean like you don't like the original version of this boss, or you don't like this version of this boss,
Oh, look, just because...
or you don't like the Mania version of this boss,
The Mania version of this boss is silly, and I love it for that.
or like you don't like the Sonic 4 version of this boss?
The Sonic 4 version of this boss is garbage. The original boss would have been great if the Death Egg was what it was originally, which was a boss rush mode, and so you had rings that you could have saved up, and then you go up against the hardest boss in the game with rings. By golly, that'd be great. But then you...
I thought originally it was Chemical Plant Zone.
Look, betas are weird, okay? So, in this version, it's got all the trappings of a modern Sonic boss, but presented as a classic Sonic boss. So, I'm actually playing on hard mode here, specifically to save myself, because he shoots the thing faster.
Oh boy.
And says, I will flatten you less. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a better fight.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Look at all that wasted time.
So basically, that's it. They just removed the voice line, made the boss a little bit faster.
Oh, I didn't... Well, okay, there's also cell shading, and it's also on hard mode. That's it. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it for hard mode. The thing is, I like fast-paced bosses, so I understand why the early bosses aren't. But the problem is, this is a timing boss with really long wait times in between the timing bits, instead of just being easier things to time.
Yep.
So I consider that badly designed on normal mode. It's the only boss in the game I will 100% say is better on hard mode. I chose hard mode for the most part just so we could have more time to talk. More time to cherish together. You know how it goes.
More time to be excited about Tails!
Yeah!
Give him his neck back!
Look, he's just feeling a little bit like he lost his head, because he doesn't know what he's doing here. Sonic's gonna take over anyway.
Sonic's going to take over the world.
I mean, that's also a given. With this thing, hey look, it's the moon from Sonic Colors! Never mind.
Sonic, save me!
It's the slime eater. He ate the slime.
Hey, you know, it kind of does look like a giant void with hands, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which I prefer. That's another thing. I like Colors DS more than I like Colors Console. What is...
Yes.
Thank you.
I never played either. I mean, the DS version, so, like, I don't know.
You should totally play the DS version, it's really good.
Nice.
That goes for all of you viewers. You should play Sonic Colors DS. It's Sonic Rush 3, and it's the best Rush game, and it's way better than Colors.
But it doesn't have Blaze.
She shows up in it.
But she's not a playable character.
I know. Hey, any DS modders out there want to add her back in?
But surely the biggest selling points are, it has a sound test, it has the special stage, and it has the sound test.
But the special stage, though, that's the best special stages Sonic ever had until Mania.
It was clever.
There we go. It's the only half-pipe I like these days.
Now, you see, guys, I feel like you're forgetting
Uh-huh.
Blue Sphere.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, about that. After Mania, I've had my fill of Blue Sphere for a long time, thank you.
I had my fill before Mania even happened.
Oh god.
That's how I did once have a Blue Sphere birthday cake, courtesy of my late grandmother.
Really?
Nice.
That's sweet. Did she have, like, checkerboard frosting and stuff on it, too?
Yeah, she made it by hand.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, that looks like the end of the episode.
It technically is. I didn't remember to put an end slate in, so we'll just do that here. So, yeah, click on their channels. Bye!
Shout out to Austin's mother.
Tails is in this game now!
Damn it, Austin, get good.
No, most cats like fish.
Meow.
Oh.